Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. Bring Her Back, 2025, Danny and Michael Philippou. Following siblings Piper and Andy, the sister and brother are struck by tragedy when their dad suddenly dies. Now put into foster care, Andy has to plead with their caseworker to keep him and Piper together. Acquiescing, their caseworker places them with a woman named Laura. Upon arrival, Laura welcomes her new foster children with open arms. However, Andy begins to feel something is off when he meets Laura's son Oliver. With alarm bells ringing in his head, Andy must try to find out what is wrong with Laura and keep Piper safe at all costs. After the success of their film Talk to Me, Danny and Michael Philippou definitely had me intrigued as to what they would do next and if they would improve as filmmakers. With Bring Her Back, I can safely report that Danny and Michael have really improved and came through with a solid little horror film here. With their strong visual style on display, Danny and Michael show off a penchant for long zooms, wide frames, and fluid camera work. The reveal of their father's death, shot from interesting angles and revealed in this slow tracking shot, was quite impressive. One of the things these guys love to do is pull focus, as many sequences are hectic in how blurry the fore or background can be. Danny and Michael also include some dingy-ass camcorder footage, which is edited in quite nicely. That vibe fit the grimy Russian dark web ritual video Laura was watching perfectly. But all this leads me to a major complaint I have with Danny and Michael's direction. Seeing as the main character Piper is legally blind, she describes her level of vision as only seeing shapes and light, Danny and Michael really took little opportunity to experiment with this. I think once or twice they kinda did something related to her vision, only once explicitly so with a pulled focus shot near the end. But outside of this, there was nothing that showed the images through Piper's eyes. It was disappointing seeing the final shot, a shot of the night sky with a plane flying, but it was, perfectly clear. It should have been a blue haze with 3 tiny specks of white and red from the plane. Thankfully, Danny and Michael succeeded in other areas. Musically, the film has a wonderful atmosphere. The music by Cornel Wilczek, who also composed the music for Talk to Me, is this droning and ethereal set of string pieces. It bellows in the background, and their simple composition aids in creating an unnerving feeling at all times. Much like their previous film, there is also a slavering of licensed music. In this film, there's a nice palette of electronic hits and various forms of rock music. There was a particularly heavy, punky sort of song near the end that I quite dug. But of course, bringing that racka penchant for gore to full fruition in this film, Bring Her Back is probably the best work they've put to screen in this regard. Our first taste of how hardcore this film is gonna get is Oliver chomping down on the sharp end of a knife. Holy hell, that prosthetic and makeup work was insane, and the sight of his gums and teeth getting fucking shredded was fucking wild. After that, the film just doesn't let up with people getting bit, skin being peeled off, and this kid's teeth getting absolutely fucking eviscerated. He just munches down on a fucking wood countertop. My friend who I was seeing this with was just fucking reeling at everything. In short, I think it was a fun bit of business. We see Danny and Michael's biggest improvements, though, in the writing department. Just as efficient and well-paced as Talk to Me, I think Bring Her Back has a much stronger thematic through line and more interesting characters. Ignoring all the spooky bullshit, this story at its core is about family trauma. Piper and Andy are victims of cycles of abuse. Laura is unhealthily obsessing over her dead daughter and uses Piper as a means of getting that daughter back. There's spooky bullshit to go along with that, but the emotional core of watching 3 broken people come to terms with the harsh truths of their past was incredibly powerful for a film like this. Brought to life by an excellent cast we must first talk about Billy Barrett and Sora Wong as Andy and Piper. The former gives an incredibly subtle and fascinating take on the angsty teenager riddled with trauma and guilt over past actions. The latter is a girl that idolizes her big brother, bringing tons of sass and love to their dynamic. Her ability to sell this girl's story of having to come to grips with the ills of the world was really cool. Sally Hawkins plays Laura, and she just knocked it out of the fucking park. Right from the start, she just exudes the energy of someone that is incredibly unwell in very subtle ways. Watching that escalate into full-blown horror villain was entertaining as hell. Jonah Wren Phillips plays Oliver, aka Connor, spoiler alert, that's a plot twist. And this kid just channeled his inner demon so well. He was creepy as fuck, and the makeup job and special effects did wonders in enhancing this performance. Watching this kid with beady fucking eyes, sometimes they're blood red, walk around awkwardly or charge at people was wild. In the end, color me impressed by Bring Her Back. While Danny and Michael still have a long way to go, I look forward to seeing if they can maintain this momentum, improving as storytellers and leading a game cast to some top-tier performances. My only wish is that these two would embrace more unconventional methods in their filmmaking. Time will tell if these two have something special in them, but Bring Her Back is a good sign that we are heading in the right direction. If you're looking for a good spooky movie, definitely keep this one in mind, especially for your Halloween rotation. And I am feeling a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10 on this one. I think it's a bit closer to a 7.5 than it is a 7. Mostly for its writing strengths, I think. Catch you later, guys.